Hello and welcome to February's mini session number 2. So for today's session, we're going to focus on the spine and our side body. This will be around 10, 12 minutes, something like that. So I'm going for 10, but we'll see what happens. So let's get right to it to not waste your time. All right, let's start out on all fours. And we'll do some cat and cows to really open up the spine and really get that lengthened and stretched out a bit. So hands underneath of your wrists underneath of your shoulders, your knees underneath of your hips. And from here, we're going to inhale and look up, arching the lower back. And exhale and round in. So pull your navel to your spine and really dome your back as you round in. We're going to breathe here. So breathing in is we're going to do looking up and arching that lower back. And on the exhale, we're going to round in. We'll do that a few more rounds. So inhale, looking up, arching. Exhale, round and look in. Really dome that back, open up the shoulders. Twice more. Inhale, look up. Exhale and round in. One more. Inhale and exhale, round in. Come back to a nice neutral spine. Excellent. Now we're going to stretch back into a nice wide-legged child's pose. So really bring those knees out wide on your mat and just stretch forward any amount. So you can stay up on your forearms if you'd like. You can have a block under your head. I'm trying to make these 10-minute sessions not need a lot of props. So so just try to, work with what you have. If you need to put a blanket, go for it. So just stretch out and breathe here for a few moments in child's pose. Really just breathing deep and letting that go. Whatever your version of child's pose looks like. And on the inhale, I want you to come back up partway. And now we're just going to go over to the side. So take both of your arms over to the right side. And you're going to keep your left hip grounded where it is. Try not to let it go with you. So keep your hips grounded, especially the left, and stretch out over to your right. And if you'd like, you can take the left hand over on top of the right and really stretch. So you'll feel that alongside your left side of the body. A nice stretch there. So this is like a twisted child's pose. Breathing here a few rounds. Exhale, come back to center, and now we'll go to the left. So bring both of your hands over to the left-hand side, keeping both of your hips grounded. And you can stack that right hand on top of your left if you'd like to really open up that right side body. Breathing here for a couple of rounds. And exhale and come back to center. Now from here, we're going to come up and we're going to bring both of our legs over to one side and our hip to the other side. So I'm going to bring both of my legs over to the left-hand side to start with. So now my hips are to the right of both of my legs. And you can set them up however you like. I've just got my right on top of my left foot. Whatever feels comfortable for you. You could also set an easy cross-legged if that feels better for you. Sit up nice and tall, and from here we're just going to twist over to our right. So your left hand will come to your right knee. Right hand will go behind you. And twist and look over to your right-hand side. Keeping that nice, elongated and tall spine coming out of your hips. So you may have less of a twist if that's to keep you upright, but you want to be more upright. Breathing here. And exhale and come back to center. Now we'll switch. So now both of our legs are going to go over to the right-hand side. And now our hips are to the left of our legs. So from here, sit up nice and tall. And I'm going to turn this aside on this one so you can see it from a side view. Sit up nice and tall, and from there, I just want you to rotate over to your left. So your right hand is now on your left knee, and your left hand is behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, maintaining that low back curve. Trying not to let your shoulders creep up, but more back down on your back. Breathing here. And exhale and return to center. Now we're going to do a couple of things that will be from our knees. So again, I'm trying not to make this too prop heavy, but if you have sensitive knees, you might want to either roll up your mat or you can use a blanket if your knees are really sensitive. So we're going to come up onto our knees for a moment, and we're going to go into what is called gate pose. And you might need to play around with this and see what works best for your foot. But you can either bring your foot directly out, bring your right leg out first. So you can have your foot parallel to the front edge of your mat, or if it feels better to have it straight out to the side. So you really kind of have to play with this and see what works better for you. You can also have it upright like this. I'm having some heel issues, so that really bothers me. So for me, it's just best for me to be this way, but you need to find out what's best for you. So pick which one works for you. Inhale, and now on the exhale, we're just going to slide that right hand down that right leg any amount and bring your left arm up and overhead. So you're getting a really nice side body stretch here. You're also getting some hamstrings in there, a little bit of hips, but we're really focused on that side body. And you can stay more upright. So don't feel like you need to come way down. And you may be even further down. So just see where you are, what feels good. Don't push it, don't go overboard. Breathing here. It's very important to breathe into all of these poses. And exhale, come back up. Now while we're already here, we're just going to take this foot, our right leg, and now come out to the side. So now you're going to be at a 90-degree angle. And from here, we're going to do what is called a modified extended side angle pose. We've done this standing from a warrior 2 pose. From this one, we're going to do it just on our knee. And then you're just going to come over to your side. So lean over onto your right leg. And again, bring that left arm up overhead. Now, I do apologize in advance if you hear any noise from outside. We've got a lot of stuff going on around here, so I hope that's not going to be distracting. So breathe in here with your left arm stretched overhead and into a nice version of extended side angle pose from your knees. Breathing here, again, opening all that left side body up. And exhale and come back up, and we'll do the other side. So from here, whoops. Going to be on your right knee at this point now, and now bring your your left leg out, excuse me. Left leg out. So again, decide, I'll show with the other way with this one. I'm going to avoid doing this just because I'm having some heel issues. That's an ongoing thing. So you pick either foot parallel to the edge of your front edge of your mat, out straight pointing toward it, or you can also have your foot flexed. So I'll show it with the foot out straight. So from here, inhale, get nice and tall. Don't try to dump into this. You want to stand nice and tall because we're going to side bend now. So we're going to now side bend over to the left, bringing this the left hand down wherever you need to on your body. So it can be up here on your upper thigh. I'll stay more upright this time. And bring your right arm up overhead and stretch over to the left. So now we're getting that nice side opening over here on the right-hand side. I apologize, my left and rights today are all over the place for some reason. Breathing here for a couple of rounds. And again, you can come further down if that feels nice, or stay more upright. Still get a nice side body lengthening there. And exhale, come back up. And now bring your left leg into a 90-degree shape. So you're facing, like I'm facing you right now, so you want to be facing more. You don't want to be turned this way. So you're opening up that hip area along with your spine and sides. And now we're going to go to a side angle pose, extended side angle modified. So bring that left elbow down to your left leg, and now your right arm goes up and overhead. Trying to keep your spine and your chest open to the side and really feeling all that opening along your left hand, your right. Boy, I'm really right-hand side, excuse me today. Breathing here. And exhale, come back up. All right. From there, we're going to come into a reclined twist. We're almost done, so we're going to be close to our 10-minute mark. So lie on your backs, bring your knees into your chest, give them a nice squeeze, and drop both legs over to your left. Right arm stretched out long on the floor, and look over to your right. If that bothers your neck, you can always look straight up to the ceiling. Breathe here for a couple of rounds. And inhale, come all the way back up. And now bring both of your legs over to the right-hand side. And now your left arm will be out to the left. Look over to that left hand or look straight up at the ceiling. Breathing here. Feeling this nice stretch all along your spine. This is just a good one to do anytime you feel like you're a little bit out of whack. It just kind of helps open everything up a bit. And inhale, come back to center. And from here, we're going to come back up. And we're right around our 10-minute mark. So we did good today, keeping it in the 10-minute mark. If you have extra time, I suggest maybe laying out a nice little Shavasana or do some other poses that you really enjoy that help open up that you enjoy. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick little mini session, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you. Namaste.